Hey Pisces, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for February 17th, 2025. This is for Pisces here. Ooh, some of you may be going through some grief. Last shuffle for Pisces here. There's some of you that may want to escape that grief, but Spirit, yeah, there's a conflict here. I'm seeing someone who's conflicted about, there may be conflict with friends or colleagues, people that you work in the same field as. There may be some kind of level of a conflict with that. Nine of Pentacles, Four of Cups. The conflict with this is independence, not being, there's something about you realizing, you need to realize some stuff, and you need to be, realize that you're very connected to Spirit here. Some of you are very connected to Spirit. You may not believe that you are. That's the conflict here. You may not believe that it's all about you, that you move, what's the word? You've got to believe in your ability to manifest here. They're saying that now it's time to take action, to contemplate what you need to do or what you want in your life, especially if you're trying to attract love in your life, especially if you're trying to attract success in your life, professional success, financial success. The conflict now is that some of you may feel like you are not independent or not in control. And a lot of you may be focusing on what you don't have and what's not there. Friends and colleagues is the Empress and Nine of Wands. There's something about people around you feeling, their conflict is that it's funny, it's like they're imagining a life, that they're a different life than what they're living. They may be pretending that there's one way and they're not. They may be putting out a front that they've got it all figured out and that they're just pushing through and life is just life, and but they're also doing so well and we're just so independent and we're doing all this, and they're not. Something is not right about the people around you. Some of your friends, they're not in the position they say they are, especially if they're talking about their situation as though it's amazing. They're saying it's safe for you to love now. I don't know if you are in if you're grieving, if you're in like a state of sorrow right now, especially in your love life. They're showing that rose, the scent or the flower or even the color of red roses. You know that sometimes it has a little pink twinge to it, just little. Those red roses or such would they vibrate on this frequency of attracting relationships. So it's the color of the scent or the actual flower itself. They're saying it's safe for you to love, and you need to open your heart here, right? It's time to start taking action, taking control of your life. The conflict will be in you being grateful for where you are. A lot of us are in the Four of Cups. Nothing ever works for me. I have everything going for me except for this. And they're like, well, instead focus on the gratitude of what you do have, and then what you don't have will fly towards you. You know what I mean? Because we're going, oh, you know what? I had a hot meal today. Life is great. I had this going and that going. And then anything, especially money loves to fly towards gratitude, because they're like, oh, they'll be grateful for me. Like everything wants to be celebrated. And if you're in a space of going, and then I didn't get that, and I didn't get that, nothing wants to go towards a person or energy in general that's not going to be appreciated. That's just not how life works. Even if you're talking about dark energy, even dark energy wants somebody to bow down to them. Like, appreciate me. So there's something about you not needing to do. The conflict would be in saying, I have everything except for nothing's in that cup. And they're like, don't focus on what's not in the cup. Focus on what the other three cups. And what's not in the cup, whatever's not there, something will fly to be in that cup, because they want to be praised, just like you're praising them three cups. You know what I mean? They want you to be in a space where you're saying, that's where roses come in. And they're saying you need to be open to love, open to giving and receiving love, the highest energy of all. And you've got to be in a space of being like, I'm open and receptive to the abundant flow of prosperity that the universe offers. Like, I'm open to that, right? All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. That is the opposite of Four Cups. You're like, I already know this cup is going to be filled. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. All I got to do is praise in three cups and stop focusing on what's not there. Their friends and colleagues are doing that, though. And that's something that Spirit's bringing up, is like their conflict of interest for you, because they may be imagining like talking about their fantasy life, and it's nowhere near what they're living, but they're not speaking of it from a place of manifestation. They're speaking of it from a place of domination, like, I'm going to be the man, I'm going to be the woman, I'm going to have all this stuff. And you're just looking at this person like, spiritually is what matters. Spiritually, we should be happy. We should be in a happier place. We should be somewhere where we're like, of course, money wants to flow to us, but spiritually, we're so connected that you'll have what you need. You won't have more than what you need, right? You have what you want and need. That's the best way to live, to be quite honest with you, right? Angels of the Four Directions is the Tower and Four Pentacles. A life of no regrets, which is very difficult today, right? The angels of the Four Directions are typically archangels Raphael and Uriel. Those are usually our miracle workers. And in the space of making new changes, traveling, business, love, all of that, right? Finances, protection. These archangels are trying to protect you from a disaster. And they're showing that you've got to start, but the first things first, you need to believe that you will be protected from disaster. You've got to believe that it's on you right now. They keep going on about it's on you. Like, you got to believe that everything's going to be okay. You've got to open up. There's a lot of energy where spirit's just staring at you at a periscope. Like, they're across the sea and they're just zooming in on you. Did they believe? Let's see the thought bubble over Pisces' head. Do they believe? No, they don't believe. Let's yeah, gosh. Consciousness of lack with the Devil and Nine of Pentacles. Some of you may be very hyper aware that you're not independently wealthy right now. I mean, I think most of Americans, if you are in America, are very, very frighteningly aware that you're not where you want to be. But the lack aspect comes from also feeling like codependent. Some of you may not be in a romantic connection or in one that is satisfying. And so Spirit wants you to open up to that. I don't know why there's a lot of energy of attracting a relationship. Open up, open up, open up. So some of you are saying, I don't even have anybody to be codependent on, right? To be trapped and stuck on and focused on at all. And I would like to have a kind of relationship where I can depend on someone, not to be codependent, but to depend on them. Maybe you can't depend on the person you're with or something here. Spirit wants you to attract love. Don't listen to people you work with. It seems like they're fighting through to get somewhere, but they're coming from a place of dissatisfaction and very heavily focused on having respect or being revered or admired. I don't know that they're coming from a spiritual place of saying, yeah, I just want to be successful in my own right. You know, it's like they want to be able to talk about it. They want to be able to be in a place where they won't ever have any problems. You know, it's almost like imaginary. You have 0000 as an angel number here, and that's like a reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you see that number, just know that Spirit's saying, if you could build it, they will come, right? If you can dream it, there's no reason it can't be a reality. If someone has something, it's available to you as well. So if it's in the possession of someone, it could be in the possession of you. So remain calm. What's meant for you is meant for you. It will never pass you by when 000 comes out. 0000 comes out. Okay? So I hope that made sense. Yeah. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Taurus, a Libra, a Scorpio, or a Capricorn. We also have Cancer, another Pisces as well. So you could be a Pisces Aries cusp dealing with an Aries Taurus cusp. We have Libra Scorpio cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.